Cancer, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your bonus general tarot reading for February 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's happening for the lovely Cancerians for your bonus reading, right? It's your turn up to bat here. Let's get it going, my gods. What do we got for Cancer in 2024 February, please? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Tarot of Sacred Kingdoms, just to pull a shadow card and see what you might need to take a look at. What's in the shadows, things of that sort, which is always intriguing. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Cancer in the rest of February 2024. And remember, we're looking at like the big ball of wax here. Normally my readings are week to week, trying to see what the general energy is like throughout the month, maybe even leading a little bit into March. And there is this big focus. Now I will say this, Cancer, this card could be a little bit concerning when you first see it. There's the big bad wolf, there's Red Riding Hood here. So I don't feel like it's an imminent danger or warning or anything like that. To me, this is just a really big card of focus. So whether you're under someone's microscope or vice versa, we'll explore that a little better. Before we do, though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the February subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk a little bit more about this card. So you see here, it's taking place in the woods. There's that big bad wolf in the background, and we have Red Riding Hood there. So of course, sometimes this could be interpreted as like a little warning, warning, danger, danger, watch out, Cancer. But to me, I mainly see this, I think, of literal focus here. Now, for a big portion of you, you and your actions might be under someone's microscope, right? Someone might be keeping tabs on you, whether it's like special attention at work or someone watching you via the internet, things like that. But there might be something or someone you're keeping tabs on as well. That's a big possibility when this card is in the mix. Another thing, it's about your general focus. So it's not just about people. Spirit could be saying like, hey, Cancer, you've been given a lot of your energy, your specific focus and intention to one situation or one person a little too much. Maybe you need to spread it around or really analyze like what you're doing with your energy and your focus, because it might be better served in other places. But we're just going to put it down right there. Let's get into tarot now. And I always say the first card over here, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's shuffle it up one time here for the Cancerians and see what we got, my gods and spirit team. And while we shuffle this deck up, let's talk about the reading you had a few days ago, last weekend. It was titled They Are Nervous, and there were some concerning energies in there. There was a very stressed out, anxious type of vibe. So if not you, maybe someone around you is really wound up tight. It was getting like thought loops and someone feeling trapped and all sorts of interesting things. But we're going to see what we have for you with the bonus. As you know, energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because it could be your vibe or someone that you're linked to. So let's get it going here. 3 cards for Cancer. Bonus energies for the month of February. Any extra messages for my friends that haven't shown up yet within the cards? I felt like I needed a couple extra little shuffles there, but let's see what we got. What do we got for Cancer? Thank you. Okay. All right. So we do have a little mystery here with the Two of Swords. And we have very sudden shifting type of energy as well, but it could be something really, really nice and good, because these cards did come out together as a pair. We have the Two of Swords and also the Wheel of Fortune. Beautiful. One of my favorite cards in the whole entire deck. Let's get one more before we really start diving into this here. Jupiter energy. Love it. Let's get one more here for Cancer. Thank you. Okay. 10 of Swords. So something to watch out for sure. But we'll talk about it, my friends. Let's go through. I don't feel like this is all necessarily bad. We could just be looking at the cycles of life. But let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes before we get into the juicy, intuitive stuff. So at first glance, I am kind of seeing that mental energy still here. On the extreme ends, we do have air. We have a lot of sword energy, which is thought-based. So that little bit of stress and anxiety that I saw in the reading a few days ago is still lingering here in the mix, of course. But the one thing I love, regardless of the mystery and rough and tough ending or energy on the back end, is this Wheel of Fortune. That's like good luck charm. Everything will be okay. Jupiter type of energy, super protective. So let's go through one by one and really start to build this reading out. Because remember, this could be how someone you're connected to is feeling. Position number 1, the Two of Swords. Now, when it comes to all twos in tarot, they can represent decisions, they can represent choices, being at a crossroads in life. Generally, the Two of Swords could represent indecision, feeling like you're at a crossroads and not knowing what to do or not knowing how to handle a situation or a problem. This card could really represent things like that. But it is my second biggest card of mystery, the unexpected, the surprising. Notice this person is blindfolded, they're hoodwinked, it's dark out, there's a moon here. So it has all the symbols of just something that's unseen or unknown yet, or something that just creeps up on you. So we'll really want to take a look at this Two of Swords. Regardless of what the energy is, it does start to lighten up a little bit as we get to the center. And it's an odd little shifting of energy we have here, Cancer, because we have like one of the best cards and one of the biggest challenges here on the back end, but we'll get to that when we get there. Position number 2, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So as I said, one of my favorite cards. You might want to play the lottery when this card is in the mix. Luck could be shifting in your favor or to your side whenever the Wheel of Fortune is in the mix. It could represent karma, karmic situation, karmic cycles, karmic rewards, karmic endings, you name it. Like, we're just putting some big stickers on it until we get the clarifier. It is very sudden shifting as well. So when we have the card of surprise with the shifting of the wheel, whether it's changes or things coming in and rushing in suddenly, the energy is movable. That's the one thing I will say about all this. With the air energy and the wheel, it's like very movable, pliable type of energy. This is super universal as well. Now, if you are going through some rough and tough times with like what we're seeing here on the back end, Spirit could be telling you like, hey, we're watching over you, we're with you, you're protected, you're guarded, which could be really nice with the Wheel of Fortune. But remember, this is an ever-changing, ever-shifting type of energy, and it happens quickly whenever we have the wheel. Okay, and once again, it does feel like it's in your favor. There could be a lot of energetic support for you, Cancer, okay, with whatever it is you're dealing with. But when we get to the back end of the spread, we have the Ten of Swords. Now, if you're familiar with tarot, you understand what this card represents. It's one of the more challenging energies that we see within the whole entire deck. It could represent endings. It could represent loss of different kinds. It could represent pain. So I always say when we see challenge cards, it could be on a spectrum. It could be something very minor, from a little gloominess, a little depression, all the way up to like major heartbreak and big losses and endings and things like that. So this doesn't have to be something that's coming up for you. This could just be something, since we're looking at the whole month, that you're still processing or dealing with, whether it's something from the past or just something that sticks with you. Because I do always say, especially with strong water sign placements, because I have a couple myself, I know that when things happen in our lives, it takes quite a while for us to process them in a healthy way. So when I see this Ten of Swords, it could easily represent that. For some of you, yeah, there might be some endings, there might be a warning there. We'll see when we get to the clarification round. But once again, I just want to state all of this energy, whether it's warnings or good or a mix of both, it's very pliable, it's very movable, it's not set in stone. It can be changed with the Wheel of Fortune in the center. This energy is very much movable. So I want to dive deeper on all of it, Cancer. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for you, my friends. Let's see what's happening, my guides. Talk to me. What do we got for Cancer? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Two of Swords here. Oh, and yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Cancer, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, Two of Swords time. Talk to me. Why is the Two of Swords in the mix for Cancer? Okay, the deck is being specific here. Okay, wow. All right. Complete opposite spectrum of energy that we have here on the back end, my friends. So we have the Ten of Cups in the upright. So once again, I saw this very similar in the Pisces bonus reading too. So this might be for all water signs. There could be absolutely a surprising or unexpected win, and it feels massive here. Now, I'm a little skeptical because of that Ten of Swords on the back end, because they are the complete polar opposites of energy that we have showing up here in the mix. Now, they are both tens. Now, in the tarot, the 10 cards do represent the close of a cycle. This is a happy ending. This is the reverse of that. So there might be certain situations you're dealing with where it could either go left or right. That's a big possibility. But when we see the 10 of Cups, we think of family. We think of the home, like situations involving the home and living situation. when I see it under a card of mystery here, yeah, if you're not having any confusion or indecision in that realm, or there's something you just don't know about yet, I feel this is a surprising win or victory or unexpected one in a very, very huge way. And once again, I saw that similarly in the Pisces reading, where we have this beautiful energy of possible wins coming in. There's a little bit of a mixed bag, like bittersweet almost. But I'm not going to fully go that route. I feel like this could be a claimable energy, especially if you're not going through like confusing situations with family or your living situation. Claim it. It's massive. And we'll see if it gets reinforced here with the wheel. That could be the change. But there's something good. So your month, your bonus energy is not all 10 of swords here. There's the complete opposite as well. So watch out. There might be extremes. There might be certain days where you're feeling on top of the world. There might be certain days where you're feeling the complete opposite. So let's go in on the wheel. We're not going to linger there too much. See what's happening with the Wheel of Fortune, please. As this could be an important card for us. Thank you. Another 10. Okay, so I mean, you're seeing the theme here, right? Even if you don't know how to read tarot, even if you're not an expert in the cards, the fact that I already mentioned what the 10s could represent. We have 10 of Cups, 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords. They're like repeating. So for a lot of you, you could be really experiencing a big metamorphosis or a change in this time where there is some sort of karmic ending or karmic cycle closing out for you. Okay, that's just showing up here. Now, the one thing I will say about the 10 of Wands, it's filled with determination. This is a card of somebody that's like, I'm never going to quit. I'm never going to stop. I have too much work ethic. But it's a heavy, heavy weight. It's a heavy, heavy burden. So for a lot of you, I could see a period of struggle ending. I could see a period of going through tough times, tough situations. Now in life, we're always going to experience change. We're always going to experience endings and pain and this and that. But certain periods of life are marked with a little more. So when I see this in the center, yeah, there's a karmic cycle ending or a big karmic ending. And that rough and tough period is coming to a close. And that hopefully, depending on what shows up underneath this 10 of Swords, the next thing coming up could be very positive for you. Okay, that's just a huge vibe. But there are chapters closing. There are things ending here. Okay, so maybe Spirit's just preparing you for that. Now, I always liken this to, once again, in a cocoon, metamorphosis, change, coming out a beautiful butterfly. It's kind of giving me that vibe where it's like, yeah, I want this happiness. I want these wins to come in, but how can they? It's like giving me that odd, intuitive vibe. Let's go in on the 10 of Swords. I feel you are about to close out a painful era where you've learned a karmic lesson and Spirit's like, okay, we could close this cycle now. Let's go in on that 10 of Swords. Then we'll do a quick recap before we get into the shadow card. So why is that 10 of Swords here? Let's see if the 10 of Pentacles wants to come out too. So what's up with that 10 of Swords? Why is that 10 of Swords in the mix? And the deck is being super specific for you today. Usually with the Cancer readings, I only read jumpers. You guys know that. The cards pop super quick. I got to do like 2 shuffles. Shuffling through the whole deck here. Okay, so we do have your card in reverse here underneath this 10 of Swords. And I feel intuitively, all the things I was mentioning about grappling with some sort of pain or loss or ending, it might be a little tough to swallow for some of you. So take that however you will, my friends. Like, it's just something that's sticking around and could stick around for a little bit, whether it's for the best or you might perceive it as like, yeah, well, I don't want this to close out. I don't want this to end just yet. It's like giving me that vibe. Now, the Chariot, your card. And once again, a card of determination, a card of forward movement, forward momentum, travel, distance, things along those lines. When we see it in reverse, it's a sudden halt, a sudden stop. But in a Cancer reading underneath the 10 of Swords, it does tell me that either one, someone is experiencing some level of emotional pain towards you, or you are. There's something that you are going through right now or still holding on to, whether this is fresh or whether this is years old. There is something that still might be affecting your energy that you might be holding on to that isn't fully processed. That's a big thing. And with your card in reverse, it's like, yeah, it's sticking around. It needs to be addressed. It needs to be looked at. So there are energies of chapters closing and endings, and it does feel a little uncomfortable for some of you out there, at least for someone you're connected to. I don't feel like it's all doom and gloom within this reading because remember, we have the wheel, we have this possible unexpected win. So there could be a silver lining to whatever struggles you might be going through right now. Always keep that in mind. Like, you might not understand where you're headed, like your current destination is not your final destination. Your current situation is not your final destination. It's a very powerful mindset to keep. So let's go through and do a quick recap, then we'll get into a shadow card here. There are some themes showing up here for the month of February, but yeah, please look over here in the box as we go through before the shadow card. Position number 1, we have the Two of Swords with the Ten of Cups. Notice the theme we have 10, 10, 10. Card of Cycles, Karmic, there's all these things happening here, but the Two of Swords with the Ten of Cups does tell me that there could be something really good coming in for a lot of you. An unexpected win or victory. It's a beautiful, claimable type of energy. Maybe some of you are having a little bit of confusion within the family or the home living situation. But moving to the center, we do have more positive. That's why this is such a mixed bag energy. We have the Wheel of Fortune with the 10 Wands. I do feel like there is some sort of karmic ending or a cycle closing out, a period of struggle, a period of tough times that could be closing for a lot of you. Moving to the back end, we have the Ten of Swords with the Chariot in reverse. Either one, somebody is hurting over you. Maybe this is a pain you're still holding on to. And it does feel a little bit lodged here, like it's something that's not fully processed or worked through yet. So whether this is years old or not, it's in the energy and it might need a little bit of attention. I'm also seeing, once again, these powerful energies of change throughout here. There might be something that you have a hard time accepting as well. So do with that what you will, Cancer. Please take a screenshot if you want to do further research on that. Let's get you a shadow card, my friends. Let's see what's in the shadows for Cancer here, my guides. Please talk to me. What's going on for the Cancerians? And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see just yet. All right, it doesn't always have to be a challenge when we pull a shadow card. So let's get you one here. Oh, and yes, if you've made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love and appreciation for all my friends, my members. So let's get this card out here. No pressure, of course. So what do we got in the shadows for Cancer? What do we got? Okay, thank you. All right, Four of Cups, very active mind. So you might be like lodged in somebody's mind here when we have the Four of Cups. And I feel a few major different things. If it's not somebody who has you running through their mind constantly, maybe you have a particular person on yours, but the Four of Cups is a card of like constant daydreaming and thinking. There could be a certain situation that you're a little discontent with, where it's like, I wish I would have went better, or how can I make this go better? The Four of Cups could represent that. But it's a huge card of mental action, mental energy when we see it in the mix. There could be hidden thoughts or secret thoughts that you're harboring in this time as well, where you're thinking it, but you're not quite saying it to the people around you. But I do feel for a big portion of you, you're on someone's mind in a very, very powerful way with this Four of Cups. Okay? It's just this powerful, strong mental energy. And you'll know when to come out of it. That's for sure. There's something with hidden thoughts as well. I can't let go of that. But yeah, Cancer, that's what I have for you, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details. February subscriber surprise. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, please feel free to go over to my website, mastermetaphysics.com, to check out my digital calendar. But for the February subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Everyday Witches Tarot. It's one of my go-to decks, and it is absolutely awesome. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the tarot suits, which one vibes with your energy the best? Is it the Wands, Pentacles, Cups, or Swords? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of February, I'll announce winners in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.